Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Wellness Place. Did you know that over 37 million adults in the US alone have diabetes? And for many, the journey of managing it feels like navigating a minefield, especially when it comes to food. It's a staggering number, and it highlights a critical health challenge we need to address. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that's absolutely crucial for anyone managing diabetes or even pre-diabetes. The foods that might seem harmless or even healthy, but could actually be sabotaging your blood sugar control and overall well-being. Managing diabetes effectively often hinges on making smart dietary choices, and that's what we're all about here, empowering you with knowledge. Diet isn't just a small part of diabetes management, it's a cornerstone. What you eat directly influences your blood glucose levels, your insulin sensitivity, and your ability to live a full, active life despite this condition. However, there's a common and dangerous misconception that if a food is generally considered healthy for the average person, it's automatically safe or beneficial for someone with diabetes. This simply isn't true, and understanding this distinction is key to taking control. The truth is, certain foods, even those marketed with a health halo, can send your blood sugar levels on a roller coaster, making your diabetes harder to manage and potentially worsening your condition over time. That's why today, we're not just talking about general healthy eating. We're going to pinpoint 3 specific types of food that people with diabetes should seriously consider avoiding or drastically reducing. Knowledge is power, and my goal is to equip you with the information you need to make the best choices for your health. Let's get into it. Alright, let's kick things off with our first, and this one might surprise a lot of you: fruit juices. Many people reach for fruit juice thinking it's healthy, but juicing removes fiber, leaving you with sugar water. It takes several oranges to make 1 glass of juice. You wouldn't eat that many oranges in one sitting. Fiber slows sugar absorption, which is lost in juice. Whole fruits provide fiber, vitamins, and gradual sugar release. Juice causes rapid blood sugar spikes, harmful for diabetes. Choose whole fruits over juice for better blood sugar control. It's a simple switch that can make a huge difference. Remember, managing diabetes is about making consistent, informed choices. Next up on our list of foods for diabetics to avoid is something incredibly common, a staple in many households: white bread. The main issue with white bread lies in what it's made from: highly refined white flour. During the refining process, the wheat grain is stripped of its bran and germ. These are the parts of the grain that contain most of the fiber, vitamins, and minerals. What's left is primarily the starchy endosperm, which is then ground into fine white flour. This process makes the flour softer and gives it a longer shelf life, but it also removes much of its nutritional value. When you consume white bread, or any product made from refined white flour like white pasta, bagels, or many pastries, your body digests it very quickly. Because the fiber has been removed, there's nothing to slow down the conversion of those carbohydrates into glucose. This rapid digestion and absorption lead to a quick and often sharp rise in blood sugar levels. For someone with diabetes, whose ability to regulate blood sugar is already impaired, this can be particularly problematic. Your body has to scramble to deal with this sudden surge of glucose, putting extra stress on your pancreas to produce insulin, or making it harder for your existing insulin to do its job effectively if you have insulin resistance. Think of refined carbohydrates like white bread as being very close to sugar in terms of how your body processes them. They have a high glycemic index, GI, meaning they cause a faster and higher rise in blood glucose compared to less processed carbohydrate sources. Eating a slice of white bread can have a similar impact on your blood sugar as eating a couple of teaspoons of table sugar, which is something most diabetics are rightly cautious about. This isn't just about the immediate spike either. Consistently consuming high GI foods like white bread can contribute to poorer overall blood sugar control, higher A1C levels, a measure of your average blood sugar over several months, and an increased risk of diabetes-related complications over time. So what's the healthier alternative? The answer lies in choosing whole grains. Whole grain bread, for example, is made from flour that includes the entire wheat kernel, the bran, germ, and endosperm. This means it retains its natural fiber, vitamins, and minerals. That fiber is key, just as it is with whole fruits. It slows down digestion, leading to a more gradual release of glucose into the bloodstream. When you switch from white bread to whole grain bread, you'll likely notice a difference in how your blood sugar responds. The rise will be slower and less dramatic, making it much easier for your body to manage. This doesn't mean you can eat unlimited amounts of whole grain bread, as it still contains carbohydrates, but it's a significantly better choice than its refined counterpart. Portion control remains important. When you're at the grocery store, be a savvy shopper. Don't just grab a loaf that looks brown and assume it's whole grain. Marketing can be tricky. Look for labels that say 100% whole wheat or 100% whole grain. Check the ingredient list. The first ingredient should be whole wheat flour or another whole grain like whole oats or whole rye. Avoid breads that list enriched wheat flour or wheat flour as the first ingredient, as these are usually refined. Beyond bread, this principle applies to other grain products too. Opt for whole grain pasta instead of white pasta, brown rice instead of white rice, and whole grain cereals instead of sugary, refined ones. These choices provide more sustained energy, help keep you feeling fuller for longer, and are much kinder to your blood sugar levels. Some people might find the taste or texture of whole grain bread different if they're used to white bread. My advice is to give it a try and experiment with different brands and types. There are many delicious whole grain options available today, from hearty rye breads to softer whole wheat varieties. Your taste buds can adapt, and your body will thank you for it. Consider also what you put on your bread. A sandwich made with white bread, processed deli meat, and sugary condiments is a triple whammy for blood sugar. If you switch to whole grain bread and fill it with lean protein, healthy fats like avocado, and plenty of vegetables, you're creating a much more balanced and blood sugar-friendly meal. It's about the whole picture. So when you're faced with the choice between white bread and whole grain, always opt for the whole grain. Your body, and especially your pancreas, will appreciate it. Our third food to be wary of, especially for those managing diabetes, is a breakfast favorite for many sugary cereals. Walk down the cereal aisle in any supermarket, and you're bombarded with colorful boxes, fun characters, and claims of added vitamins and minerals. It's marketed as a quick, easy, and even healthy way to start your day. But for diabetics, many of these cereals are a recipe for a morning blood sugar disaster. The primary problem with most popular breakfast cereals is their incredibly high sugar content. Some cereals contain as much sugar per serving as a candy bar or a donut. This sugar often comes in various forms, leading to a rapid rise in blood glucose. Many of these cereals are also made from refined grains, similar to white bread. The grains are processed and stripped of their natural fiber, meaning the carbohydrates they contain are digested very quickly. So, you get a double whammy. A massive load of sugar combined with rapidly absorbed carbohydrates, sending your blood sugar levels soaring soon after you finish your bowl. This is the exact opposite of what you want when managing diabetes. Starting your day with such a high-sugar, low-fiber meal can set a negative tone for your blood sugar control for the rest of the day. That initial spike can lead to a subsequent crash, leaving you feeling hungry, tired, and craving more sugar or refined carbs mid-morning. It creates a vicious cycle that makes it incredibly difficult to maintain stable blood glucose levels. Don't be fooled by claims like made with whole grains if the cereal is still loaded with sugar. While a small amount of whole grain might be present, if it's coated in sugar or mixed with other refined ingredients, the overall impact on your blood sugar will still be detrimental. Always check the nutrition label, specifically looking at the sugar content per serving and the fiber content. A good rule of thumb is to look for cereals that have at least 3 to 5 grams of fiber per serving, and ideally less than 5 to 8 grams of sugar per serving. The higher the fiber and the lower the sugar, the better. Many popular cereals fail spectacularly on both these counts, with some containing upwards of 10, 15, or even 20 grams of sugar per serving, and very little fiber. Think about the serving sizes listed on cereal boxes too. They are often much smaller than what people actually pour into their bowls. If the label says a serving is 3/4 of a cup, and you pour 1.5 cups, you're doubling the sugar and carbohydrate intake right there. It's easy to consume a huge amount of sugar without even realizing it. So, what are the better breakfast alternatives for someone with diabetes? If you enjoy cereal, look for plain, unsweetened whole grain options. Think plain oatmeal, not the instant flavored packets which are often full of sugar, shredded wheat or whole grain flakes with no added sugar. You can then add your own natural sweetness and flavor with fresh berries, a sprinkle of cinnamon, or some chopped nuts for healthy fats and protein. Oatmeal, particularly steel-cut or rolled oats, not instant, is an excellent choice. It's rich in soluble fiber, specifically beta-glucan, which has been shown to help slow down glucose absorption and can even improve insulin sensitivity. Preparing it with water or unsweetened milk and adding your own healthy toppings gives you complete control over the sugar content. Another great breakfast option is eggs. Eggs are a fantastic source of protein and healthy fats, and they have a minimal impact on blood sugar levels. You can have them scrambled, boiled, poached, or as an omelette filled with vegetables. This type of breakfast will keep you feeling full and satisfied for much longer than a sugary cereal, and it will provide sustained energy without the sugar crash. Greek yogurt, plain, unsweetened, with berries and nuts, is another excellent blood sugar-friendly breakfast. Greek yogurt is high in protein, and the berries provide fiber and antioxidants, while the nuts add healthy fats and crunch. Just be sure to choose plain yogurt, as flavored varieties are often packed with added sugar, similar to sugary cereals. If you're short on time in the mornings, consider preparing something the night before. Overnight oats, made with plain oats, unsweetened milk or yogurt, and fruit, can be a quick grab-and-go option. Or, a smoothie made with unsweetened protein powder, spinach, a small amount of low-sugar fruit like berries, and a healthy fat source like avocado or chia seeds can be a nutritious and convenient choice. So take a critical look at your breakfast cereal choices. Your mornings and indeed your entire day will be much better for it. So, there you have it. 3 common food types: fruit juices, white bread, and sugary cereals that can really throw a wrench in your diabetes management. Making informed choices about what you eat is so incredibly powerful, and I hope this breakdown helps you feel more confident navigating your food options. Remember, it's not about perfection, but about making consistently better choices that support your health and well-being. Small changes, like swapping white bread for whole grain or choosing whole fruit over juice, can add up to make a big difference in your blood sugar control and how you feel every day. We love to hear from you all. What are some of the food challenges you've faced while managing diabetes? Are there any specific foods you found particularly tricky, or any healthy swaps that have worked wonders for you? Please share your experiences, tips, and questions in the comments below. Your insights can be incredibly helpful to others in our community who are on a similar journey. Let's support each other and learn together, because managing diabetes is often easier when you know you're not alone. Don't forget to like this video if it helped you, subscribe to The Wellness Place for more evidence-based health information, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our future uploads. Stay healthy, stay informed, and I'll see you in the next video.